Good Saturday morning, British Covidians. I'm getting a bit shaggy now, but it'll soon be back. My wife seems to like me with a beard, so that makes me happy. Excuse the little clear of the throat there. Covidians have actually been out today, mostly picking up meds and stuff like this. Like, everybody needs meds, you know. We need so many meds. We get them in lots and lots of bags. And today, we even picked up 3 bags worth. 3 bags full for myself and my wife. I like to get out and, walk around a little bit anyway. So it was great to collect those. Every time I pick them up, I always wonder, and I don't know how many of you wonder this too, how long before we won't be going there picking them up? Yeah. How long before the contents of these will be completely chargeable? Yeah. How long before, and the Tories are probably well on the way to it, it will be private health insurance or no medical treatment. Nothing like the insulin that keeps me alive. If you can't pay for it through private medical insurance, if you can't afford the premiums, then you're going to die. Look at it carefully, folks. Please look at it carefully, because I promise you, the Tories now have to pay for COVID. And this is only wave 1. Yeah. Do you think they're going to tax the rich and get them to pay? No, they're not going to. They're going to get all of us to pay. And one way they're going to do that will be cutting back on the NHS, cutting back on services, cutting back on things that, we couldn't possibly afford to buy. Anyway, let me go on to what today is really about. There's the man himself, and today is about the perversion of the ruling class, the upper class, particularly this mop-headed clownovirus, this racist clownovirus, who claims, let me just read it aloud because I'm sure you read it, that Boris Johnson said he loved fox hunting in a semi-sexual way. When I hear the word semi-sexual, and encouraged illegal hunts to ignore ban. Now, perhaps we might say in he loved hunting in a semi-sexual way. Yeah, that makes sense if I just said a semi-sexual way, whereas perhaps a sexual way would be like that. Johnson. Semi-sexual. Yeah? What a horrible man. Do you know what? That is all part of the ruling elite. It's part of ruling upper class Britain. It's part of, we all went to Eton and we all had our bottoms smacked. It's part of Tom Brown's school days when Harry Flashman says, I say, Brown, go and warm me a toilet seat, or I'll give you a damn good thrashing. They love it, don't they? Yeah, they absolutely love it. We know that Boris also was into, I think what about that picture of him with various prostitutes and whatever, and I believe on one occasion he actually visited one of these houses, one of these prostitution was going on, and he was having a little pick through the kinky things that the woman had in her drawer. Yeah, there you go, Boris. Yeah, so what a perverse little man. Yeah, there's a picture of the hunt. Yeah, and Boris was, of course, encouraging them to hunt illegally, of course. Oscar Wilde, remember? The unspeakable in pursuit of the uneatable. The unspeakable in pursuit of the uneatable. Independent says of this man, and they will have he said, well, how could the police produce any evidence of a fox hunt? He said, Boris said again, going on, I hope the hunt holds up the ban. I hope the hunt holds up the ban to the ridicule it deserves, that they defy the police and the magistrates and the government until a new government can rescue an old tradition and restore it for the sake of freedom and freedom alone. Conservative Manifesto in 1919 did not include plans to repeal the Hunting Act after the party identified the policy as unpopular with voters at the previous election. Now, I think probably more popular with voters, there's certainly the kind of right-wing types that vote Conservative these days, would surely be hunting the poor, the sick, the disabled, the old. I mean, I would have thought that setting packs of dogs on us and men in white coats and men in red coats and white jodhpurs with black boots on us, and saying as the huntsman blows the horn and goes, tally-ho, chaps, tally-ho, poor person over there, person in wheelchair over there, disabled person over there, tally-ho, cry-ho, let the hounds go. Oh, how wonderful. And then that's probably the next sport. Yeah, I think that's the next sport. Yeah, I mean, bashing us has always been there, but starving us has always been there. Blaming us for everything that goes wrong has always been there. Declaring us fit for work when we can't work. Making us look for non-existent jobs when we can't job search. But I think this is what's going to happen next. I foresee it coming. Along with hunting the poor, the sick and the disabled, on horseback or perhaps quad bikes within an urban setting, perhaps they could cordon it all off and have a quad bike hunt. Yep. I think the next thing that is on the way, well, the workhouse. At least the workhouse. Tory MPs will be going up to local councils and going, are there no workhouses? I thought we were supposed to reintroduce workhouses. Find me the Beadle. Yes, I think Michael Gove would make a good Beadle. Mind you, I suppose Dom, yeah, dear old demonic Dominic, he'd be a superb beagle. He could be a beagle. He'd be a superb beetle. Yeah, shaven head. Yeah, skull-like features, a bit like Tebbit. Yeah, I think demonic Dom is the Norman Tebbit of the 21st century Conservative Party. I did, however, one piece of good news, speak to an old chap while I was queuing up for Morrison's, and he was very much in agreement that the government have totally screwed up on COVID-19. He completely agreed with me that Johnson is a joke, yeah, and that really, the government are not handling this properly, and really, do they care? Not really, I'm afraid. Yeah. They only care about you if you are worthy of being cared about. Yeah. And that depends on your bank balance. Your life to them is not worth something just as a life. It's worth something in monetary value. What they can extract from you during your life. And if you can't earn money or produce work, then you're valueless. You're as valueless as discarded rubbish under their feet. You should be thrown away, trodden down, buried, forgotten about. Yeah, you're disposable to the Tories. If you're in the sick, disabled, or whatever category, even old, yeah, you're disposable. You don't matter. And believe me, even when COVID is kind of finished, and I think the second wave's obviously on the way, you're still you'll still be the one they target. I believe it's part of a general population cull, particularly of the oldest and the sickest. And Tories are quite happy to just let COVID do that. Right, well, I'm off. Have a great afternoon. Bye.